the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God, and the Word was God. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, so that we shall not perish, but have everlasting life. For our sake he made him to be sin, who knew no sin, so that in him we might become the righteousness of God. For we are his handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. Alrighty, welcome on in, everybody. Welcome to today's stream. Now, before we get started, let's go ahead and pray. So, if you will, please bow your heads with me. Dear Lord, thank you for today. Thank you for letting me be able to stream. Just pray that everything goes well and smoothly, and then I'll be able to glorify you with this. In Jesus' name, amen. Alrighty. So, what do we got planned for today? We are going to be working on the silo and the house that goes with the silo. That will be over yonder, right here. So I think first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start tearing things out, like these trees here, because I don't need them here. And I will eventually be putting a pathway that is on the other side of this farm, and getting that done and dusted. Of course, the farm is slowly growing up, and I will say this is going to look pretty cool. Like, I like this. I like how it looks. Like, this one was propped up. This one was kind of pushed over. You know, this one's just started, and then this one, like, fell. Like, from there, it just fell. And it got rolled all the way to the bottom. I love that little storytelling aspect to that. So that's really fun. I think I'm going to remove this one as well. Don't worry, guys. We'll eventually build our own custom trees here. Yeah, that's right. You heard me. We're gonna try to build custom trees. But it's not now. I'm not there yet. Also, fun and exciting things. Fresh animations. It's finally working. Don't know what's different about this time, but it's working. I'm not complaining. It, for whatever reason in the past, it just wouldn't work. And another thing that you might notice, if you look at the glass, you might not even notice it, but you'll notice something special about this glass. Yeah, that's right. There's no line anymore. Yeah, so there's a resource pack that just kind of existed that got rid of that line. So that's kind of cool. I didn't even realize it was there, but it was there. So the Lord hath provided, I guess. The other thing I wanted to work on is, of course, finishing off my sword and getting a bow situated. Of course, while I'm building, the iron farm will be running, and we'll hopefully be able to get enough iron to trade for emeralds and mainly XP, because I actually have all the books. I just need to add them all. Actually, I have 11 experience points right now. How much does it cost for the last 2 books? Sweeping Edge and Looting. I'd like Looting first. Oh, it's 13. Gotcha. It's 13 for both of them. So we'll just have to wait, which that's fine. 13 shouldn't be too hard. Actually, I'll try to do that a little bit first in today's stream. Try to get that done. Because having a fully upgraded sword sounds heckin' nice. But then, of course, I want to get a bow. I normally get mending bows because I prefer it, but I don't have a source of arrows. So I think I might just have to go with an infinity bow, which we will have a different name for the infinity bow because I normally don't use infinity bows. So I can't call it the woven bow because it's not the woven bow. It's not mending. Ooh, my finger slipped with the Vic. So we'll go ahead and get that all set up. Throw those in the back because I don't want them in the front. I was just, like, literally a couple minutes ago going through Hermitcraft and looking at some of the builds and stuff, and like Scar's Pumpkin Patch, and I'm like, yeah, we'll have that soon. So that's exciting. That's something to look forward to. We'll be building something similar to that. I don't think I'm planning to have wheat kind of in the middle, because he has wheat and then pumpkin kind of all around. I thought you were going for the carrots. Charles, be very careful where you stand. Bro. Bro, do not go in here. Alright, well, so Charles doesn't kill himself today. Yeah. That would be good. So the silo, I don't really know what I have planned. for the silo right now. Oh, y'all. We gotta wait till 8. I don't know what I have planned for the silo right now. I know I want it to be a sphere that goes up. But I'm not trying to figure out what the best way to make a silo look. I think I'm just gonna build a cylinder and then put a dome roof on it, and that's basic. Why are you still locked? Why are you doing this? Okay, well, they're being annoying, so I can't do anything yet. They won't unlock their trades, despite it being 8 o'clock, so... now they do. Don't think I didn't hear that. You want... Why? Oh, my gosh. And just do that. I'm assuming you're... Yep. And you're also... Okay, we'll close all those. Is that everybody else? Yeah, you're still not working. I don't know what's going on with them. I don't know why they're not working. Why they're not refreshing. So we'll just have to come back later and hope that they are refreshed. In terms of size for this thing, I'm not sure how big I want to make this yet. Because I don't know. I don't think I want to make it super big. I don't think it needs to be super big. So I feel like making it massive is just a waste. It doesn't need to be huge. And based on the fact that I want things to be smaller, like the houses and everything like that to be smaller, having a really big silo just doesn't make sense. Now, I don't want a fat and stubby silo. I want it to be relatively tall. I want it to be taller than the house. So I might actually build the height of the house first to then figure out how to do the rest. Okay, where do I put apples? I know I have them, yeah, somewhere. There they are. Cool. So, what did I use for the bottom of this house? I used just good old cobble. So let's go ahead and grab some cobble. We're gonna do the same thing. So I want to put the silo down first. I want to figure out where the placement is. First, gotta get rid of all this grass. Don't want none of this here. Basically, I want the silo and then the house to be right next to the silo, so I might dig some of this out to fit the house in. I think I want it to be like 5 blocks or 7 blocks wide, including the walls. And then a decent ways back. So the silo, I'd like to have the edge here. So like 1, 2, 3. Because I could do, what I'm thinking is something probably like this. And have that go up a decent ways. That blocks the farm a little bit. So I think I kind of want to move it backwards a few. I think that should probably be good enough. Honestly, I don't want it super tall. Weirdly enough, I don't want a massively tall silo. I just want something small. Because, to just fit the general aesthetic. But I want to scooch that over 1. I want to scooch it over 1. Okay. Forward 1. I want to make sure the things are correct. Framed right and everything. Because if they're not, then I'm going to be mad, and then I'm going to have to rebuild the whole thing. We don't want to do that. Yes. Yeah, I like that. Okay. That's good. Have that there. One thing I just realized is I kind of wanted the house to be like this, to almost be to the center of the house. That's not going to work because of the pathway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then again, okay. I think this will work. Yeah, we'll just roll with it. Obviously we'll have wood in the corners. This is just shaping. So we'll have a A-shaped roof, and then this will be slightly bigger than that. Essentially, I would like the cylinder to go to the top of where the roof is. Once it hits that point, then I want to put the dome roof on. So again, it goes roof, roof. Spruce roofs for the whole area. So basically, we're going to keep this style. We're going to do the exact same style, but the house shape will be different because this is all the same kind of town area. So for the most part, things are going to look the same. Like all houses, you're going to have this same aesthetic to them, and all buildings like that will. But maybe if we build a library or something like that, maybe we'll do a little bit something different to differentiate it from residential or farm. Because, of course, the pathway is going to be in alignment with this, which is why I don't mind that it gets kind of cut off here. Because, essentially, I will fill that in. Do a little bit of that action. And we'll have it go like that. And then we fill this in. I actually think I want to bring this forward by 1. I want it to be at the same level. I'll keep it still there. Keep it at the same level. I might want to push that back then. And of course, I'm not going to keep that. Oops. Definitely thins off a bit here. I'm gonna be crazy. I'm gonna move it up. What if I had it here? No, that's something. That makes that really thin, but the reason I say that is for this 1 block difference. That's it. I want this house to be horizontally bigger than this. I don't mind that it's not to the side of the house, but I do want that to be there. I might move it back 1. Not to mention that kind of blocks off the farm, so you only see it when you're coming around the corner. Then you come into this frame. The stable's blocked, but you can see something's there. You see the whole farm. You see this whole farm. You see the well and everything back there, the house and the porch, and then you come closer. And this farm, you get to see a little bit more. Oh, there's a stable right there. Okay, I see. You still have that farm. And then you come all the way down even more. And you have this. I might even put a 3rd farm, like, right here on this side. I don't know yet. Probably. Basically, if it's not a house, it's a farm. We're either building a farm somewhere or we're building a house. Maybe I'll keep it wheat because it logically makes sense that it's all wheat. And then on the way up, you'll obviously see the silo and the house from here. You'll come up, and then, of course, then you'll kind of be pushed over this way. And it'll almost lay like you're getting squeezed in, and then it'll, open up again as you go around. And then, of course, I'll have a building on that side of the farm, maybe just 1 single building, and then another farm kind of behind this, but, like, maybe, I'm thinking beetroot or carrot. Alright. I like this, so I'm going to start building this house. Or at least getting the frame for the house done. Smooth. Don't need the cobble anymore. Don't need the glass. Don't need that quite just yet. Seeds. Okay. Grab some of those. Grab some of this. Grab some of these again. So I did need more of those. We're gonna need a lot of that. Mostly going to be this. This is just in case we run out of stairs. One, two, three, four. 2, 3. Yeah, I want it to go up 4. It's like nothing fancy with the roof. Just something simple. Right, so, and then throw that there, and then we want lantern, lantern. So it does create this narrow path, but I think I actually like that narrow path because it almost separates this part with the rest of the town. 1, 2. Nice. It's 5 from this block because it's 1 and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're gonna need more stairs. I did not jump nearly enough for that. I did not get a running jump. Alright. Got to place these. Okay. It's these. That I already got to tell you guys about the fact that Denali complimented me about, like, my building style and thought process. So if it feels like I'm explaining that a lot more than I usually do, that's why. Because if Denali said I was good at it, so I'm trying to kind of show that strength a little bit more. And then, really, I just need a frame for this right now. I don't need the full thing built. Just something to tell me where the roof of this is going to be. Right, so this is kind of that. So obviously when we're behind, when the pathway's here, you can't see that at all. Because this building will be here, and of course then you'll have that. And then you'll wrap around the corner. You'll probably come in through this way. So you do see that a little bit. And that gets blocked off a little bit. But then you come down here, and now that's blocked, and you can see the full. And that just draws you in. I want this to also be made out of acacia, like logs. So this block right here is at, this is at 77. 79. So that means, yeah, 77. So that means this is how far I want this to go. And then I want to do like a domed roof, because this is a silo. So that'd make the most sense. Sorry, there's going to be a lot of thinking going on, so I might not be nearly as talkative as normal. Crap, stop misplacing. I don't know what I'm doing. Why am I doing it like this? No, this is all wrong. I'm just going to turn half of these into this. Okay. The reason I say this Yeah. Dome roofs are not my strong suit. So I'm actually going... First of all, I actually think this is too short. Because as I just saw, I kind of flew down a little bit and kind of looked at the perspective framing from here. And yeah, you're probably not going to be able to see that. So I think if it was like 3 blocks taller, it'd be a lot easier to see the roof poking out at the top. But right now, you can't because it's too short. So I need to go up and make it like, I think 3 blocks is probably enough. Right? Is that enough? Yeah, that's enough. So that'll allow it so that way when you're down here and you're walking in, you'll be able to see the roof of the silo sticking out of the top. Now, I did just remember that I do have to account for this part being here. So I think I'm actually going... I don't have anything. Well, I'm gonna... Oh, yeah, I do have feather falling now, so that's nice. Alright, I'm gonna grab my bricketh and stuff and start putting that in. And then I'll come back and try to do the roof with that on. Because I think it's easier to do the roof when you have those on. So I need polished granite. Let me grab one more stack of polished granite. I won't be using as much polished. Just because I think it's... I don't know. Oh, sweet. I have a lot of bricketh. That's good. Alright. Hey. Yeah, well, he's going kind of crazy. So you have a wall like that. Yeah. Trying to kind of doing a different, almost blob style block placing where okay. I do kind of like that blob style. I think, ooh, actually, yeah, I think that looks more natural for a build this big. As if, like, if you think about it, this whole thing was brick, and then, you know, certain areas kind of shaved off a little bit more than others. Cool. Okay. Roof time. Arguably, the roof is going to be the hardest thing to get looking right. Because I want a dome. Circles are daggum hard to make. Oops, that's not correct. Bro, I'm having to memorize where, like, two separate... Here, let me grab a stack of dirt. That way I can pillar up a little bit easier. Oh yeah, but I think that is the right height. I think that looks pretty good. Let's pillar. All the way. Thank you. Okay. Do a little bit of this. I kind of have to do the whole thing. You know what's funny? I was updating my accents. And I don't know why. But I totally forgot to... I took away the French, like English French. Because I realized I couldn't do it very well. But I should add English Indian kind of accent. Because I could do... kind of do that. Okay, I think I have an idea. I don't know. Something's coming about. Building. We're just kind of building with the flow. I can't really tell you what my thought process is because I'm not thinking. That's my thought process, is I'm not thinking. I'm just kind of put some blocks. Seeing how things work. Yeah. Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. I guess I'm full sending this thing because I'm just kind of building it and just... Oh, I guess I do need that to stick around. I guess this makes sense. Alright, well, what does that look like? Okay. Okay. Nope. Alright, we're fixed. Solved. Nope. Not that. That. Nope. Not that. No. Here we go. Not the dome I had envisioned. But I don't know if I like that. I feel like I built a hat. That does kind of peak over the other one, so I do like that. I have an idea. I'm going to try to build a dome on the ground and see if I can then translate it over. Right. Okay. Or actually, yeah. Just put it up. Okay. Mm. This isn't doming. I think it's too small to dome the way I want to dome it. Let me use dirt. Nope. Let me look at it from the front then. I mean, I don't know. I kind of like this. It's not standard, but I like it. I think I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it and let it sit. Welcome into Nod. How you doing? Building a silo right now. Right now, I'm not sure about the lid of the silo, but I'm gonna let it cook. I'm gonna let it sit there and see how I feel about it. I'm doing pretty good. Chilling. That's for sure. We're gonna now take a little. Actually, now that I think about it, we're gonna check iron farms and villagers and hope that they unlock their trades so I can get the XP required to upgrade my sword and then start my bow. So we'll have to do a bunch of villager like trading related things. So that's fun. And so I want. Actually, now to think about it, silos don't really have a door at the bottom, do they? So I think on the back end, I'm going to have the ladder that goes up. And I'm just going to put, like, probably hay on the outside, like a little bit of storage for, like, excess kind of thing. Sound is a bit quiet today. Oh, let me move that in. Let me scroll forward. I don't know why I said scroll. Here, is that better? Oh, that's a little too close for my comfort. Hold on, let me back up a little bit. There we go. I also might be just talking a little bit quieter. I've been thinking a lot, so I've been, like, almost mumbling to myself, like, trying to figure out what I'm doing. But hey, it is what it is. Yep, it's almost nighttime. Oh, dumb. No, no, you leave. Look, fresh animation's now working. Game sound is down too, not just voice. Game sound. Hey, please let me sleep, even with you idiots over here. Well, my volume on there is loud. Like, do you mean the music or like the actual like breaking and placing of blocks? Because like I have quieter for eating because it is too loud. To close the door. I don't hear the music at all. Barely hear anything else in the game. Yep. Time to fix that. Let me bump this up to like 30. How about that? How about that? I do have it really low normally. Is that better? I'll intentionally like walk on the ground. Much better. All right. I'll leave it there then. Glad we got that. Thank you very much. Audio is the key to good live streams, because most people will be like playing a game while most likely be listening to it more like a podcast. So that's why I want to make sure that sound quality is up there. And then you have times where you walk into somewhere like that and it's just like so loud. Hey, it is what it is. We're almost about to get the sword fully upgraded as long as the villagers are cooperative. And then we can start work on the bow. What's up? What's up? Alright, just need to pick up iron. Okay, you can die in peace now. It wasn't that bad, really. Okay, I gotta turn on the kettle. That's about. Oh yeah, because you gotta stream, so he's gotta get his tea ready. See, he drinks tea all the time. I drink Coke all the time. Just open my fridge and you'll understand. Alright, you're cooperative today? Thank you very much. I'm glad you don't have to have a trapdoor in your face. Mateus? In the flesh, apparently. Perfect. Don't mind if I go for round 2. Get more XP. That's very good. Very good indeed. Yes, we should... you. There we go. Glad we could come to an agreement. Wow, these guys really want to trade. Since they missed a day, they're like, yeah, take my money. I will, thank you very much. Oh, you're not trading. You're not trading. You're not trading. Cool. That's enough XP. So let's go ahead and upgrade the Excalibur. Hopefully, we'll probably only be able to do one if it's 13. And in the next one, if it's 13, will probably be like 21, maybe. That's normally the jump. Okay, but yeah. Okay. Yeah. I like it. It's not the standard roof. Not the standard roof. I kind of like that. I like how the building covers up the side. So I might actually put the ladder bit on the side instead of the back. So just that way from this angle you'll see that, and then we'll have the storage over there. Not much you can do with a silo. It's a silo. Welcome in, Sock, from the YouTube side of things. How you doing today? Alright, let's go ahead. I want to do looting first. Yes. And I was correct. It is 21 is the next enchant. Okay, yeah. So now we just got to get that up and running. Do I have a crossbow, but that's not really what I need. I need a bow, first and foremost. Well, now I just realized something. If I get a Fletcher, I can buy arrows from a Fletcher. I am a genius. Alrighty, it's Fletcher time. I do not have a fletching table, so I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. Okay, grab that, throw those in there, and throw that back over there. Alright, villager time. Close the door. Yes, silos are hard because they're so tall, and there's like not much. I don't know what you would even put on there, because the higher you go up, the more illogical it seems that something like that would be there. It's like the ladder is like the best thing I can think of. But like, what else would a silo? What would be on the side of silos? I'm thinking of real-life silos I've seen. I used to live in farmland. So, like, but there's nothing to silo. That's it. Hi, buddy. We're gonna use you well, okay? You're gonna be a Fletcher, my guy. Cool. Yeah, the arrow trade. That's exactly what we want. 16 arrows for 1 emerald is a pretty darn good trade, if I do say so myself. So we can get 3 stacks of arrows in 1 buy, which in reality, I don't really go through that many arrows. So it's pretty good. I am going to buy all these bow, and I'm actually going to keep all of them, because now that I think about it, this would be great for dispensers in the future. And I will buy you out again, and then buy more bows. Bonk. This stream honestly feels really chill. Well, I tell you, this is a chill place to be. If you want to just chillax here. I do actually on the YouTube, or not YouTube, you are on the YouTube side. On the Twitch side, I have a command that's !chill to give you a chill level. So, if you want to know how chill you are, by random chance, you can put that in there and it'll tell you how chill you are. Whether or not that's how chill you feel, it is now. But yeah, we're just kind of vibing. We're kind of getting some stuff done. We're almost done with our gear, and that means we'll soon be going to the Nether. I want to build something special for the Nether portal first. I don't really know what yet, though. That's kind of a difficult part. You become the keeper of all bows, and then I'll keep a bow and keep some arrows. And for the arrows, I will put in the chest beside. We won't. We can use that. I don't see why not. Okay. Stone here. All right. So we probably can't trade everything fully. That's okay. I can buy at least Breaking 3 and Mending. You don't have Twitch? That's fine. That's why I started streaming on both Twitch and YouTube, because a lot of people only have the YouTube side, so now I'm expanding to both. I wasn't sure if my laptop was going to be able to handle it, but we're chilling here. We are chilling. I just love fresh animations so much. I'm so glad that it's working again. You ready to trade? Oh, you are ready to trade. Whoa. I don't think we're going to be able to make it all the way to 21 levels. That'd be wishful thinking, I think. Yeah, no, we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait a little bit before we can get all the way up there. Yeah, because these guys aren't going to go up again. Alright. Thinking. You're unbreaking, right? No, you're sharp. You're unbreaking. Yes. Breaking 3. And then Charles, I need a mending book, please. Ah, good. You're still alive. Wasn't sure if you ended up walking into the iron farm. You were kind of eyeballing it over there. Hey, I need a mending book, please. Thank you. Actually, I will take some of those. Because I do, in fact, need books. More books. Hey, don't you dare steal my books, Charles. You already damaged my crops as it is. I need to breed up more villagers, though, because I probably will need to get more librarians. More librarians for that. Well, we might need to harvest. I don't know if we need more villagers after this. I mean, 4 will probably be enough, and these guys normally produce 4 with 3 stacks, so we should be good. Let me throw this in here, and then I'll read your message. I see something about not being able to... I tried running fresh animation on my old laptop. It would have exploded. Yeah, same here. The laptop I used to live stream on is now my laptop I use to, like, take notes for class, and yeah, it's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Let's see. So, you're Frostwalker, and then everyone else... The only other... I need Power and Punch. Are the only 2 books I actually need. Ooh, but you've raised your prices, mister. Monsieur. We cannot do anything with raised prices. It's not good. I'll gladly take 3 more stacks of arrows for it to effortlessly do nothing for me. I'll take this, and you can take it back. Thank you very much. Why? I only needed your arrow trade. I don't need your tripwire hook trade. 24 feathers for an emerald. If I could get that lowered and get a chicken farm, that could be pretty good. That could be pretty good. Ooh, yes, I will take that XP. Thank you. You can take your bow. You can take that back. I don't want it. Alright. Perfect. Let's see, it's about to be nighttime again, so I'm gonna head back to the base and we'll sleep again, and then we'll go ahead and oh, whoa, that's kind of weird. Your message disappeared on me. It's a good thing I already read it, unless you didn't want me to read it. Then that's an interesting situation there. Silos. Okay. Yes. So we got that. We got to figure out what we want to do with the silo. Put these arrows away. I don't need them anymore. Throw. Mending and unbreaking. I believe, what's up here? Is that a mending book? That is a mending book, which means we never needed to buy the other mending book. Because we already have it. I keep doing that to myself, where I buy books that I already have. We're going to sleep, and then I think I'm going to start putting in the walls for... Actually, now that I think about it, I should probably... I might have accidentally deleted it. I didn't realize it went. Yeah, I just looked up and I was like, there were more messages. There was a big message over there, and I don't know where it went. Torches. That's what I need. Do I have any more lanterns? No, I do not. That's okay. We don't need those. I just need some torches right now to light up the inside of that, and then light up the inside of this. Though I do think I need stuff. So let's go ahead and plonk that down in there. Now, we're really not, for the time being, we're not going to worry about the inside of this thing. As I said, I think I'm going to take the path and have it, like, finagle its way to, like, the edge of here. So as I said, this is where I want to have the ladder that goes all the way up. And I think right here, we're going to put a door. We're going to have a literal door just chilling here. This is where you're going to bring up your hay bales and throw it into the silo. I don't know how silos actually work. I just know that there's always a stairway on the side. So in terms of how the hay actually gets inside, there's no way you're going to bring a hay bale all the way up a ladder that's blocked off. We're not going to think too hard about how it logically is going to work. That'll hurt our brains too much. Okay, more ladders. 11. I think that would probably look the best up there. And then the expensive part is iron bars. That should be enough, I hope. So we're going to see how this looks, if this looks up to silo par. Dang it. There we go. Oh, I can't do that one. That's okay. That's roughly what it'll look like. Let's see. Going far back is the test. See if that looks better. I just don't like the way iron bars look, honestly. Ladders look so much better when they aren't 2D. That is true, they do. We'll let that sit as well. I don't know if I like the iron bars that much there, or if I want to swap it out for maybe trapdoors. Because sometimes that'll probably also achieve the same look. Okay, but now we go back. Try to get more villager stuff. Okay, yeah, that's starting to rest a little bit better. Yeah, and then for the back, we're gonna put probably a tree there. The what tree to put? That's the question. I'm not sure. Whoa, you guys have big heads. Why are your heads massive? Jeez. I find it hard to believe that they're actually that intelligent. Okay, 21 levels achieved. So we now can fully upgrade our sword, and then we can start working on getting the bow situated. And as I said, I need power 5 and punch 2. Those are the only books I need left. Cat? What? Hey, hey. I would really love... Oh, I wanted its head. Okay. Actually, no, I don't have fish, so yeah. Okay. It is what it is. Throw that up there. Anyways, Sweeping Edge being added to our sword right now. Boom, look at that. Fully upgraded sword. Mending and breaking, smite 5, looting, and Sweeping Edge. I don't like knockback, and I don't like fire aspects, so I don't like putting those on. As I said, all I need now is the bow enchants. So let's go ahead and get working on that. I didn't kill a cat, you did. Anyways. Oh, look at this, look at this, look at this. Yeah. Okay. That does look cool. That does look cool. The little hay bales actually like pushed and rolled. And so we have the corresponding amount of area that corresponds to the amount of these that are there. Where it would have been moved. So I like that. I like that little detail. I think that looks kind of cool. This is a pretty good iron farm, I'm not gonna lie. It gives me quite a lot, like 2 stacks. I can trade these away with all 3 villagers and get tons of emeralds for it, and the XP is actually more or less what I'm interested in. So it's a pretty good deal. And somehow it's already almost been an hour, so we will be opening up a Coke soon. That's where things get exciting, Sock, is when the Coke comes into play. I don't know about you, but one of my favorite sounds to listen to is the sound of a can being opened, and I am heavily incorporating that into the channel. we will have that be something big. Okay, that should be enough to probably get the unbreaking and mending. Okay. So, as I see it, I need punch or power. Well, I need both of them. But either one of those now would be equally beneficial. Don't hold on to that yet. Right. Why are you wiggling like that? What was that? This is a little Akko Tacos. I need you to get out of there so I can do that. And I need to push you back in. So I can do that, and then I put that there. Okay. Distractions, aside. Sharpness, no. Alright, well now we have this long task of, look at 64 emeralds for Frostwalker. Meanwhile, I can buy a Frostwalker 1 book for way cheaper, and then combine them and get a better deal. I'm gonna put those things away in my inventory because I don't like having them there. So I'll put the minecart away and put the rails away. The stone can stay though. The stone does not bother me. Alright, so I plan to keep trading with this guy until I get punch or power. Specifically power 5. I like to get power 5 unless I get a really good power 4 deal. I think a good power 4 would be if you have to pay more than a stack of emeralds to get both books, then it's not a good deal. But if you get to pay less than the stack, it is a good deal. Which I definitely didn't do with a bunch of other guys and then got worse deals later on. But it's okay. We got our stuff now. We have our stuff now. All the Herman and Harmon. But it's okay. They have fresh animation, so they actually look kind of cool. They're breathing. That's like the coolest thing ever. And the smallest... It's the smallest details that have huge impacts on, like, building in general. And think, ooh, punch two. There we go. Thanks, Chief. Glad we got that. I know I've not been here for long, but considering that it's 1 a.m. in the UK right now, I'm probably going to head out. I'm going to try to catch the next stream and hopefully stay longer. Yeah, catch some sleep. I didn't realize, dang, 1 a.m. in the UK. That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, I normally stream 7 at EST on 7 EST on Tuesdays and Thursday at 3 p.m. EST. Both of them are PM. 3 p.m. EST on Sundays. That's the day that it's called. So yeah. And summer, 3 weeks, guys. 3 weeks. And school's out. Or at least exams start. I have a couple exams to take, but that's it. And then school will be done. I will be in a summer schedule, which means I will probably be live streaming every day. Probably the weekdays I'll be streaming at 7 at night, if I can. And then, what are you? You're an armor piece, so we don't want that. This is a sword, but we're going to now repurpose that for bow. Actually, now that I think about it, we can do this. Mending. So we can actually have this be the woven bow. That could have been bad. Both mending books. No. I did want to put mending on first, so that's good. Breaking. And that's going to cost me 7 for that, but that's okay. Like, gotta go quiet now. Happy building. Alright, well, you have to prepare for your stream. Bro, he's live streaming. We're probably going to raid him after this. But, I mean, if you want to stay a little bit, we're going to open a Coke real quick, so I'll be right back. Okay. Coke in hand. Coke in hand. All right. Shh. So good. So good. Okay. Now I have to get power 5. Though I might have to wait a little bit, so I'll probably build this out. Because I have to wait for the villager to grow up. So I can actually trade with him. And we'll get that. Denal, you're probably playing Vault Hunters, right? I'm assuming. Yeah, he's probably going to be playing Vault Hunters. So that's something cool to do. Yes. And then satisfactory stuff in the future. Just going to leave it at that. Who knows? Who knows what it means? But something interesting may be coming. You gotta wait, though. You gotta wait. So that's fun. I've actually been thinking a lot on YouTube and what little series I could do. And, you know, I know I don't like hardcore, but I think it would be fun to do a series where you only have half heart and, like, hardcore half heart kind of series. I think that would be just interesting. I'd probably die really early on because I'd usually take half heart's worth of damage all the time. So essentially, you'd have to take, like, no damage. Yeah. Anyways, what was I just thinking? Alright, you gotta go? Alright, I'll see ya. Don't be late to your own stream, because that'd be a little Akko Tacos. Gonna grab up all of our granite stuff. 3 stacks of each should do us nicely. Gotta throw that down, gotta throw that down, gotta throw that in. Perfection. Let me grab torches, actually, because I realized I didn't put any on the inside of the house, where I wanted to also put some. Okay. Put, one in the middle will do the trick. Alright. Yes, sir. Cool beans. Oh. As you can see, we are doing kind of a more sporadic version. I also just remembered that I need the block, so thoughts are like half forming, so I'm not able to formulate a sentence right now. Hold on, give me a second to think. I'm too sucked into this. Okay, I need the blocks that'll go on this part here, which I used for that one. I used here that block. Not bad, huh? I'm actually not that much of a fan of it. I like it for where it's at there. I'm not going to change it. But I think I'm going to do something different. I think I want to go with an interesting one. I'm going to do composters. Because this is also like kind of a farmhouse, that it kind of gives that kind of psychology to it, in a way. Like, okay, you see composters, you think farmer. So you'll see the composters and you'll be like, oh, okay, farm. We'll see how that works. I have 6 composters. That's not nearly enough. And I just made 9 more. Once again, not nearly enough. And 21. That probably still isn't enough, but it'll do. Oh, let me grab dirt so I can get up there easier. Dirt. Got it. Okay. And then, of course, the next thing that we need to do is get the roof. Cool. Somebody's blasting their music outside. Quad muffins to the block. Obviously, I don't want to keep it that way. Actually, maybe I shouldn't waste all of these here, because I'm obviously not going to be able to see. So I might just literally place dirt right here. Okay. And place dirt, because this is where the floor will be. And this is meant to be decorational, so I'm not intending to do anything with the top. And you wouldn't even be able to see these either way. So we're going to do a little cheatsy right there. Alright. It's time to bring in the spruce. That doesn't go there. Those go up here. I will definitely use those in other builds, though, in the future. The one thing I just noticed is I'm pretty sure I'm right. I don't really need those. Alright, once again, need that dirt. Thank you very much. Alright. Again. Now we just gotta put a roof on this, which is just doing this. Nothing fancy. This isn't meant to be anything super spectacular. Its lack of a spectacle make the build behind it look even better. Because, I mean, its whole purpose is to kind of block the view. You know, the whole point that if you're coming in here like this, you block the view, you push them to this side, and then you get this view right here. This is the shot. This is the shot. I think like B-dubs, I kind of want to put a giant tree back there. Straight up. But yeah. So that one has a porch, right, going up. This one, whoops, I don't want to do that. We're not going to do that, I don't think. I think I'm going to just have... Because if I put something there, it's going to push you more this side. Unless... I put it on this side. This is only temporary. If I put it on that side, then it's not in the way. Cool. Okay, yeah. Little staircase right there. I'll probably have, like, a window or two in the back here. Actually, probably not. Well, yeah, because this is right here, so... It would have, like, right up there, I think. I haven't thought that far yet. I have not thought that far yet. This is just it's just there. Okay, just there. I both think a lot and don't think at all when I build. Like, I overthink things like the framing and how it's going to look if it were like a movie shot. But then at the same time, I'm like, I can't formulate a thought about this. You know what I mean? I think that looks pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, and see, I like how this pops out more. And even from here, it looks way farther out than this does. So I do like that positioning. But then you get up close to it and you realize it's only a block out. But from the angle, it looks a lot farther. Which I like. I like that a lot. Very much. Oop, let me grab 3 stair blocks for cobble. Okay. Yes. Of course, that'll be there. We'll have a door there. Might have a small window right here to add some depth. I'm not sure yet. Obviously, this will be textured with the coarse dirt. I'll probably actually have a coarse dirt running through here a little bit. At the back, not really. We're going to kind of have it, like, mix into the grass, because there's no reason to go that much further. And obviously from here, you know, like, you'll be coming up this way. So, like, you see how it, like, from back here, this looks like it's in the center like I wanted it to be. You get closer, then you see that, and now your eyes no longer care about the silo. And then you don't really put the 2 and 2 together that this isn't. Then you don't put together that this isn't actually centered, but it's actually forward a bit. But it doesn't matter, because you forgot about it. You know, you're moving down, you're now looking at all of this. Oh, you want to turn back? Oh, well, we'll do that. Oh, hey, yeah, see, that is kind of in the middle. Like, okay, that's pretty cool. And then you're walking up, and now you're probably more focusing on these here, and then, you know, go through. That's kind of how we're kind of playing with where the where the eyes are gonna be. That's kind of what we're doing. We're trying to force you to look somewhere. That's kind of how I'm going about it. Which is something B-Dubs talked about in his video. See, B-Dubs is one of those people I would love to pick his brain when it comes to building. Because you don't get enough of it in his videos. Like, he has been spending a lot more time explaining the process, which I do love. Because it's very helpful. And I wish, like, they would go even more in depth. on like, I want everything. Like, why are you doing it this way? And like, one of the things was like when he put magenta terracotta with stripped spruce logs. Why? Because they had the same kind of hue to each other. They had the same darkness and lightness patterns on them. So they matched. And I'm like, it's stuff like that that you never would think about. So it's like, ooh, yay, they've grown up. So it's crazy to me. And so I would love... I've always wanted to do this thing where I get really good builders, and I basically just pick their brains on why they're building it. So I give them a task, you know, like build a house. And I kind of take notes and pick their brain and kind of think about, okay, exactly what are you doing to get the look that you're going for? Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? And then they'll explain all that kind of stuff. The only issue with that is I'm a very small creator, so I have no weight behind my request. You know, there's nothing that actually, like, any of those YouTubers would want to do, because they're like, we don't know who you are, so we don't know if we can trust you. And like, that's valid, but like, come on. So it's a little sad, because I would really love to be able to do stuff like this, but it just, I either have to get famous and know them a little bit more personally, or maybe I get lucky. I don't know. Maybe one of them will be like, you know what, that actually sounds kind of cool. Maybe I will. You never know. We gotta wait and see if that's something God wants me to do. Stop shooting the bow. Gosh darn it. So I think that would be really fun to do. I don't use flame, because then if they get too close to me, they can set me on fire. No, I don't want that. I just want power, because I want to kill them in one shot. I guess I think it would be really fun to have beat-ups, like have it build a house. I'm like, okay, why, walk me through as much of the process, and then I'll ask questions in between, being like, okay, so why are you placing, like, why this? And it's like, you know, maybe this is a shadow or something like that. It's cool things like that. Like, why are you choosing these blocks? Like, what's the choice behind the block palettes? You know what I mean? And then I do that with a bunch of them and have one video compiled of all of them. And then maybe I'd also do like the individual videos of like, here's only with this person. You know what I mean? Oh, I could do unlisted videos where you could be like, look up just the person's perspective, but it's on YouTube. You can only find the video of all of them, but then there's the links to the unlisted videos of the individuals. So if you're like, I only want to see this person, I don't really care about everyone else, you can go straight to that video, but it's not something you can just Google and look up. You'll have to find the main. That might be a way to do it. I don't know. See, look at, I have all these ideas for if that happens, but getting to that point is the difficult part. We'll see. I think I somehow managed to like see Gem on her channel once, and I managed to ask her about it to see if she'd be interested. As you'd expect, she said no. I mean, yeah, as I said, as you'd expect. It was worth a shot because I was like, hey. But Whip is also like another one that would be pretty cool to try to get. Like I'm thinking like pretty much everyone on like the Whip servers and Hermitcraft, like all the you know, builders there, like trying to get their ideas and opinions and the way, just kind of not like, yeah, picking their brains. I just want to pick their brains. I want to figure out, why do you build the way that you do? Like, what is your thought process? That is what I want to do. Cause like BOO, I knew he was a good builder, and I've watched like a lot of his content, but I don't know what it is about this season. But man, is his amazing building skills really showing. I think now that he's explaining more of his thought process, you just realize how smart he is with things like color theory, and like just being able to pick up on like, oh, there's these colors are within the pixels of these blocks, meaning I can now use that throughout the build. And it's just like things like that you'd never think about, like using green terracotta, because there's green, the same kind of color green in the logs, the stripped logs. So it's like, oh, I never thought about that. So that's always like a really cool kind of thing to do. And like I want to get to that point. I'm slowly understanding his framing aspects, and now I kind of see it because I kind of have that like cinematographer kind of brain where I'm like, yeah, this would look good. Yeah. See, look, 34. That's 66 emeralds. No, 64 emeralds. So we're actually gonna not do that. If it was power 5, yes, but not power 4. We're not desperate yet. Keyword yet. You know, why do they make Frostwalkers so expensive? See, even he doesn't know. Not even this guy knows. He doesn't even know why. Like, think about it. Frostwalker so gosh darn expensive. Like 64 emeralds for Frostwalker 2. But then you get like 10 emeralds for Frostwalker 1. So it's 20 emeralds. Almost like 60% cheaper or something like that. I don't know if that's the correct math. Cheaper than buying Frostwalker 2. Weird why it's like priced like that. The other thing I think I'd like to do is also try to pick the brains of the peoples in their element. That one's 32. That's half the amount of the one time he gave to me. For example, I'd like to pick Scar's brain on terraforming because he's really good at that, and also Pearl for her like natural kind of builds and you know like plant life and all that. BOO for his interiors, and Green for the big style builds. You know what I mean? Do all of that, and Fwip for you know other kind of housing kind of builds. I don't know what his specialty would be when it comes to building. He's kind of like I feel like Fwip has that generic specialty all the way around. Like he's not super great at one specific build type, but it's the whole entirety of building that he just has the knack for. So he's like really good at it all. So I mean it looks amazing, but it's not like Scar in his terraforming, the way he can bring the world to life in his terraforming. Like, no offense, like, Fwip's an amazing builder, but to that degree of terraforming, Scar trumps that so well. Pearl is another one that's really good, but, like, natural builds. Organics, that's what they're called. Organics. Pearl is amazing at organics, and I don't know how she gets those shapes so dead on to organics. Like, organics are some of the hardest building there is. And then Green is just really good at, like, large-style builds. Like, the bigger you make it, the easier it is. I've noticed in this season, when he's, like, freestyling, his building is not nearly as good as when he plans things out or does them huge. But he has great strength in how big it is, because he doesn't have to worry so much about small detailing, which I think is where he struggles more, is the small detailing. But he can focus on the big overall shapes and structures. And, you know, Gem is also another one that I don't really know what her strength would be. Once again, kind of like Whip. Just, like, generally great builder all the way around. Corrales is your modern. Anything modern, he's just really good at that style and with detailing small terrains as well and kind of getting that, like, shrubbery style. He has that down. I'm trying to think who else is, like, really good. I don't know. I feel like when you talk about, like, really good builders, it feels bad excluding some of the other ones. Hey, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Impulse has been really growing in his building lately, especially since he's working with beat-ups, with the Cyberpunk. Like, he's really getting good with his building, and he's gotten a lot better since I started watching him. Same with Mumbo. Mumbo's got exponentially better. And, like, Season 7 was really where he took off in how good he was at building. Like, it really was amazing the way he worked. So, it's, like, really cool to see where he is now with his building. Yeah. Like, and so, like, a lot of times when I'm watching these builders, I'm, like, paying attention to the building itself. I'm like, okay, how exactly are you achieving that? What blocks are you using? Like, with beat-ups, I need to see his stuff up close. Like, I want the Hermitcraft world already. Oh, Joel. That's who I'm forgetting, because he's the new guy, Joel. He's such an amazing... His Japanese cyberpunk is so cool. I want to look at it so badly. and try to replicate something like that and build in that style. So you better believe I'm going to try building stuff in that style because I really like the Japanese style in general. But then he took this whole new twist on it and made it cyberpunk, and I'm just like, that is amazing. Oh, man. Yeah, like, one of the issues with, like, Whip is you have to pay for his world downloads. Like, not individually, but, like, you have to be, like, subscribed or stuff like that, so it's one of the perks. And there have been times where I've debated. I think when I get money, I'm going to subscribe to his Twitch channel, and I'll gain access to his world download, because there's some times where I'm like, I really want to go up close to his builds, because right now I'm trying to strive for Whip level. I'm not quite there. I'm not quite there yet. I feel like I'm at an impulse level right now, where I'm in this stage of, like, my building isn't super, super great or anything to write home about, and it passes the job. It's not ugly. Like, it looks good. Don't get me wrong. It looks good. But it's not BOO level or Scar level. Like, it's not to that top tier yet. I want to change that. So, of course, like, in another person, Linksy. I've been watching that guy for, like, 4 years now, or something like that. Been subscribed to the guy for almost 3 years now, and that's pretty much, like, I've been consistently watching him since that point, almost. And so, it's been pretty cool watching him grow in his building. Like, his original builds were pretty mid, but now, like, he's getting up to the level of Scar and BOO and them. I think he's, like, one step underneath them still. I don't know, I just feel like there's still something missing. Which I think the thing that might be missing is life of the build. Like, it's a cool looking build, but it's stagnant. Never thought about it like that. That might... Yeah. Because bringing your builds to life is really what helps a lot. Giving it that story and having that movement in a build is I think what makes things really cool. Smite 5 for 23, that's amazing. I already have Smite though, so I'm not in need of that anymore. Alright, I'm starting to get desperate. I'll take anything now. You got my hands tied. I just want to be done with you. I don't know how much more longer I can fanboy about Hermitcraft and good builders. I also think it's experience. I just need to spend a lot of time. Like, as I said, Link's been doing it for 3 years. Like, he's been live streaming for 4.5 years now. So, he's just been doing it for so long that he's developed the techniques for it, which is something I haven't been doing. I haven't been doing this for long enough, like building all that to really develop the techniques required for that kind of level of building, like BOO has. Like, he's done it for so long, he knows all the gradients that he can use. Like, you think of a build and you're like, oh yeah, that would look great with this. Like, these blocks go well together. It's those kinds of things that I wonder if he does go into a testing world. Kind of, I'm trying to figure out a riverbed right now and getting that kind of set up. And so with the riverbed, I'm trying to figure out, like, what works. And so I went to Creative World and just kind of placed down blocks that would work with riverbeds to try to figure out, okay, what blocks look good together, what flows together, what would work. So we're still in the workings on that. I'm not fully sure. The hard part about the riverbed, normally it wouldn't be so hard. And I do something similar to what Whip does with his riverbeds. However, it's a steep riverbed. So I might have to look at real life rivers that have steep riverbeds to see what exactly it is. Because I'm debating whether or not it's easier to just pull the stone kind of riverbed that I have in the very stone area around just the bottom of everywhere, because I think that might look the best. Not sure, but it's things like that where, like, somebody with a mind of BOO would be able to figure out what blocks would really work and probably use the most unconventional blocks you would never think about. Or it's also things like thinking about the backs and the bottoms of blocks and how to use things in the orientation of things, and using, like, BOO completely removes the context of the block. Like, he doesn't care that this is a fletching table. He sees it as, oh, this is a block that has this, like, whitish color, and you can use that same coloration. And from far away, it gives you your gradient. And it's things like that where it's like, I can use coal ore as a building block because it's a good transition into darker colors. That kind of thought process is something I need to adapt and get rid of the whole concept of you know, blocks being contextual and removing the context and just using them as colors. And so essentially, Beat Blow is just painting with the blocks because they're all just colors to him and being able to build like that. So that's a whole like thinking process when you go into building that's just insane. And I think that's what makes him so good at it. Because as I said, like he'll look at stripped spruce logs and say, well, there's green in this, so I can use green with it. And there's also, it's the same kind of hue as acacia logs and magenta terracotta as well. So I can use that in there. And it's like, what? So like the acacia, yeah, I kind of stole that from him, the acacia and the spruce, because he's right. Stripped spruce, not spruce logs and acacia logs, but specifically stripped spruce and the acacia logs work really well together and have that same kind of hue. Which is just crazy to me. Like, that's a lot of daggone thinking for just this, but he doesn't even need the thing because he's just like, yeah, that's just how it works. Don't worry, guys. Once I get this bow done, we'll probably not need, like, I just need this power. That's literally the only thing I need left, and then we're done with the upgrading of all of our stuff. Everything is upgraded. We have all of the books. We'll have all the villagers already traded. Like, we'll probably back down here to buy more stuff. I don't know if I have fortune, but I might want to get a fortune pickaxe soon. I know I passed up fortune a couple of times. Let me see if I got a fortune guy, because your punch, your smite, your feather falling, fortune. I do. Okay, we're good. We're golden, so I do just need, friggin' power 5. Daggum. Come on. Alright, well. We just gotta stick it out, you know? Where am I in terms? So I have this fancy new, and so I want to do items and then lek. Look at this, times mined 1,018 times mined. That's crazy. For only like 15 villagers, or actually 14 villagers, because one of them is the one that's back there. That's crazy. That's crazy. Picked up as 1,018 as well. That's dang. Yeah, that's the advanced statistics mod that I saw Green using, and I was like, ooh, that's a really cool stats mod. I'm gonna faux shizzle use that. I love the way they just completely wiggle to say no. Like, it's not just like their head shake, but their whole body shakes. He's really letting me know that the answer is no. Oh, I'm gonna let you guys know now, this is heavily in advance, but I'll also remind you probably Thursday and Sunday. I will not be live, not on Tuesday. Next Tuesday, because I have a meeting at 7:30. So I will not be live. 60 hours, this is crazy. Nobody wants Frostwalker, so why is it so gosh darn expensive? And that only at level 2. Level 1 is typically decently cheap. But level 2 is so expensive. Okay, bro. I should have taken that power 4. That 34 emeralds. I should have taken. I thought about it, and I was like, nah, I can wait it out. No. I want to be done. I don't want to look at your face anymore. Monsieur. Please. I beg you. Power 4 or 5. Any price. I'll buy it. Okay, maybe not, like, super expensive. Or, like, dirt cheap power 3. Nah, I don't like it. I don't like combining power 3s. Come on. Power 4 or 5. Look at that facial expression you just gave me. Like, really, dude? Really, dude? Bro, I almost spent 2 days in here. You're crazy. Not a good way, though. I'm gonna kill you, fool. just had an idea. Okay, so remember how I was talking about the library? Well, and we also have now the book thingies, right? What if one of the channel point redemptions you could have is to literally pay for a story? Power 2, Power 4, 5. You could pay for a story. Okay? And so, like, you could buy a page. For a certain amount of channel points, you could buy a page. So first you have to buy the book, just to get the hard copy book, and then you could buy a page. And then, you know, you'll be able to go into a part of the Discord and put in the thing you want to do. Now, it has to align with the rules of the channel, obviously. That will be stated. But that would be really cool to have, is to be able to actually have, like, the books all in place. You know what I mean? And so, like, you can do whatever you want with that. I mean, you have all creative liberty, as long as it's aligning with the rules, aka as long as it aligns with the Bible. Like, as long as it doesn't do anything that's against what the Bible preaches, we're good. Which is the rules, you know. I just don't want anything inappropriate. That's mainly it. For the most part, you're safe. As long as it's not inappropriate, you're good. So keep it out of that territory. You'll be safe. Clean story. Obviously no swear words either, because I don't swear. It's a family-friendly channel, so keep that in mind as well. Basic rules, as you'd expect. As I said, the rules of the channel, we'll just keep it as simple as that. Frostwalker for 16! This guy has sold me every single cheapness and expensiveness of Frostwalker. And he has... Come on. I know I gave up that one power, but I need power again. Power 4 or 5. Any price, I will buy it. Come on. I want friggin' power. Come on. Don't give me that look. The frick you think you're looking at me like that? Yeah. Silk touch. I don't need silk touch. I need power. Unlimited power. Sorry. The Sith kind of came over me. Hold on. Notifications be here. There's no point looking up at the ceiling. There's nothing there. Bro. Okay, I'm starting to be willing to accept Power 3 as long as it's cheap. You're really taking me for the long run here, bucko. I just want Power 5. Don't wiggle your body at me. Stop giving me punch. I already have punch. I want to punch you, but if I do that, everyone else is going to be mad at me, and they won't trade me good. So I need you to cooperate. Come on, please. I beg you. Power 4 or 5. Come on. Come on. Come on, bro. I just need me some friggin'... Yeah, take a deep breath in. Yeah, just deep breath. Stop trying to sell me punch. I already got punch. I want power. Did you just sell me fire protection 3 twice back to back? Dude's crazy. I feel like I always run into power when I don't want it, and it's only when you want it that they don't have it. Alright, I'm gonna start thinking about my nether portal. I don't know what I want to do for the nether portal. I don't know what kind of a building I want. I think on the other side of that, I mean, it's hard because everything is prairie style, but how do you bring in the nether? Like, what do I do for the nether portal? And there's not really going to be a town center. It's not big enough for that. You just meet in front of somebody's house, and that's probably good enough. Got a little excited there because I saw the Roman numeral, and I was like, whoa. And it was just smite. You did it once before. You sold me power 4 for 34 emeralds. I will gladly take that trade again. Okay, dude? Gladly take that trade again. I'm begging you here, man. Give me something to work with here. Dude. Give me something to dang work with. Work with me here. Come on. My elbow's starting to hurt. I'm freaking resting it on a metal bar while I wait for you to make up your mind. I only really got 20 minutes left, man. I don't have all night. How long have I spent just doing this back and forth? At least 20 minutes. I haven't even seen the words power. It's not even like I'm getting like power 1s and stuff. Like nothing. Nada. Por favor, señor, necesito power 4 or 5, please and thank you. Oh, I guess that's another one I can do. I can do the kind of Spanish-American accent. The kind of the other things I can do among accents. It's not super great, but you know, it works. I don't think it's super great. It took me forever just to figure out how to do this without just like not being able to. Flame. I don't want that. I want power. Power 4 or 5. Please and thank you. Frostwalker. I don't need that. Lord, I don't need that either. Looting. Don't need that. Power. Come on. What was that? You're the one shrugging your shoulders here. I'm the one who's breaking the lectern over and over again, okay? All you're doing is not selling me the correct book that I need. Mending is supposed to be rare, and yet I've gotten that easily. We're almost reaching 130 days, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's almost been 30 minutes of just this. Because I'm going to have to go to sleep again. And each day is 10 minutes, so rough math. We've been doing this for quite some time. Isn't that exciting? Are you happy? Are you happy, good sir? Mending for 12. Like, he's giving me good deals, but not the book I want. I'm almost tempted to grab that guy, throw him in there, and see if I can't get power from him. I don't have a lectern. See, I'll even grab an extra stack just in case you decide to make something expensive. See, you gave me infinity. I need power. Power 4 or 5. Any price. You name the price. I have the money to spend for this, okay? 24 plus 24. Hold on. 24 is 24. So for power 4, it's 48 for power 4. So that means that's 2 power 4s. It's a stack and a half for frickin' power 4, or for power 5. It's a stack and a half. That's too expensive. Ugh. Give me something better, please. I'm not quite desperate enough to want power 3 books and do that, because as I just did the math, it was way too expensive. So I'm gonna wait. No, I just got the power that I wanted, but power 4 or 5 is what I'm looking for. I was trying to influence him. That was fire protect. Yeah, no, I don't want fire protect. No, thank you. Power 5. I'm begging. Power 5. What's with you guys and just continuously giving me mending? I've gotten mending so many times now. It's insane. Did they make it more common or something? Okay. I think I'll only ever need power 5 once, right? Because I'll never need more than this one bow. So I'll take power 3 again. As long as it's not too expensive. A stack and a half for power 5, sure. Sure. Alright, we're gonna go. We're gonna do something crazy. Actually, ironically, I think because of the rails, they can't pathfind to this, so they don't. Even I'm getting bored. Yeah, probably after this. I'm probably gonna end stream once I get power, if I end up getting it within the next 12 minutes. I'll take power 3. 3 to 5. Any one of those, any expenses. I'll take it. I don't care anymore. I just want power. Oh, I should have taken the power. I keep doing this to myself, where like, I'll wait for a better book, and then I don't get it for so long, and then I'm like, I'll take any book, and I get a worse trade than what I had originally. Because I thought I could get something better, which I bet I could have, but it would have taken so long. Just do know, we could, like, by the time we'll need it en masse, we'll probably have zombie setups, and all of that. Bro, they just gave me Smite 1 back to back. Oh my gosh, it's almost been another night. Wow, piercing 3 back to back. Got tired of running back and forth. Oh my gosh, they just keep giving me punch 2. You keep seeing punch 2 and mending keep passing by. They're just like, come on. Literally, give me the only... Finally, power. Let's go. And a 13, so it is better. So I need 4 of them just to make 1 of the power books, but that's okay. Not ideal, but it's okay. Actually, I need to repair my axe. Dag nabbit! I right-clicked. We're keeping that close. So that way he doesn't pass on his aggression to everyone else, which he probably already did. They're not going. Okay. Maybe not. Okay. We gotta wait until he's calm. Sorry, Mateus. I didn't mean to hit you. I meant to click on you, and then it didn't, and then I went to double-click, left-click, to get the stacks, and then I never clicked on them. Oh, that annoys me. After, like, almost 40 minutes worth of just breaking lecterns. Both of these are power 3. Yes. Alright, well, that's gonna do it. I can't be doing this anymore. I gotta be on 888. It's tradition at this point. Alright, well, that's gonna do it for today. So, let's go ahead and raid Denalid. We can turn off the desktop audio as well. Alright, so for those of you at YouTube, just sit on tight. /raid. Whoops, I can't raid Denalid from there. I have to do it here, /raid Denalid TX. Do scooching on in with the good news. STK live heart, STK live raid, STK live high, and then for me, and if you have a sub, STK bang, because it's hilarious looking. So let's go ahead and raid on over.